Hello and welcome back. DOOL spoilers for the Tuesday, January 12th episode. Is the nightmare finally over? Looks like it might be the case when Steve breaks some good news to Trip. Charlie is behind bars. Meanwhile, Ava remembers a conversation that should definitely help prove the case against her son even as Claire begs her dream guy to tell him the charges against him are false. DOOL spoilers say that Trip will receive huge news from Steve, who will update Trip on the puzzle he solved with John. Trip will receive updates on his half-brother, Charlie, who is suspected of assaulting Allie. That alone will be shocking and infuriating, but Trip will also find out that Charlie kidnapped Ava and kept her hidden in his apartment the entire time. Ava was also drugged and suffered greatly in captivity. Days of Our Lives spoilers say Trip will smoke on all those bombs and want to take on Charlie, but first, Trip will decide to visit Ava right away, and Ava will certainly be happy when Trip finally walks through the door. DOOL fans know that Ava had a horrible hallucination involving Charlie with a bloodied knife. Ava imagined Charlie stabbing Trip and leaving his half-brother dead on the floor. She even thought that Patch had blamed her and took Trip to bury her, so Ava was in really bad shape. Once Trip appears in Ava's hospital room, she may wonder if he's still real. Days of Our Lives spoilers say Ava will remain quite spoiled by the drugs administered to her, which will infuriate Trip even more. It will also break Trip's heart to see Ava in such a tragic state, but it will offer a lot of comfort. Trip will let Ava know he's okay and she's okay too. He'll want Ava to know that they will indeed have a chance to get to know each other better as mother and son, as they had planned. Belle and Sean come home from their honeymoon. Wait for them to find out everything that happened during their brief absence. DOOL spoils the game seems to be for Charlie. Last week John and Steve learned from Ava's cousin Angelo that Ava had another son named Charlie, and John quickly deduced that he might be the Charlie Claire was dating. While Ben and Marlena kept Claire from getting intimate with Charlie, Rafe found Ava tied up and drugged in her apartment. Charlie is brought to Salem's PD for questioning, as Claire cries that she has started to fall in love with him. Meanwhile, Trip visits his mother in the hospital and asks her to tell him everything about Charlie. However, even though it is proven that he was the one who raped Allie, the same problem that came with pursuing Trip applies to Charlie, who may well be released without any charges being laid against him. Thanks for watching, bye and see you again.